Hello everyone and welcome to Soul Work. Both Kim and I want to welcome you to the show this week. We have a very exciting show happening. My name is Jeni Cousins and I'm the host of Soul Work, and this is my co-host Kim Buckler. We both want to say thank you for tuning in again. This week's show we have a very exciting guest on. There's actually a few guests on, and it's going to be very interesting, isn't it, Kim?
It is.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a lot of fun. And these people are from a long way away, and they're ghost hunters. So I'm not sure if any of you are aware of what ghost hunters are, but it can be very scary. But rest assured, they're going to explain and tell you what they do and all about everything about searching and orbs and such all. So please welcome my guests from Northern Ireland, Ghost Searchers Ireland. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How is everybody?
Hi. Hello. How are you, Jenna?
How is everybody in Ireland tonight? Northern Ireland, I should say.
Hi. Yes. Sorry. Very, very cold.
Is the weather good today, or is it?
It's been good today. It's been a nice day today.
Yeah, really all now.
Lots of sunshine today?
Yeah, yeah, a little bit of sunshine and not much. Just to feel the cold coming into the air now. So.
Excellent, excellent. And can you tell our viewers exactly what you do? Is it ghost hunting?
Well, basically, Jenny, what we do is we do a lot of cases from researching castles down to private locations.
Right.
We're involved in a lot of contacts through our website. And what we would normally do is we would be called in, say, on a private case. And we would go in, talk to the family that's having problems, and we try to help them out.
So do you actually feel the presence of ghosts around? I'm sure you do.
Well, some of the team members, we're not psychics or mediums, but some of the team members are sensitives. When I say sensitive, when you walk into, if you ever get the hairs on the neck go up with the goosebumps, everybody has that. But some people have it a wee bit more than other people, and some of the team members have that also. So when they walk into the location, they can pick up almost like a spiritual energy that's there, yes.
And the vibrations, because I know that you normally film at night, don't you?
Well,
Yeah,
mostly at night.
yeah, mostly at night.
Well, I would say that's because at night it's quieter and things are a lot more stiller, so you can actually pick a lot, pick up a lot more when it's quieter.
Because I know a lot more spirits as well. They come out usually anywhere between 1 and 3 a.m. Of course, I mean, it can be at different times, but I know their presence can come out on certain places stronger than. The energy seems a lot stronger for it to come out. Do you find that, or is there a certain time that, if it's at night, like, do you find that at all, or is it just a kind of hit or miss go?
I just think if spirit has a story to tell, or it wants you to take some information, it'll give it to you at any time of the day. The reason people ghost hunt at night is possibly because there's less contamination, because there's not as many people about, or there's not as many cars around, or stuff like that. So it's easier to catch some sort of evidence if there's any there.
Right.
Personally, for me, any apparitions years ago that I've seen myself were actually all daytime. They're all during the day. Yeah. Thinking about it now, they were all.
In fact, a lot of people don't know it, but actually there's been more ghost sightings seen during the day than there has been at night.
Yeah.
Right. Have you had a, sorry, Kim?
Once you go in and you find that there are spirits in the place and you get it on the camera, then what do you do next?
Try to establish some form of communication with them. Either they'll try and feed you some information, and for the sensitives of the team, they can give you something. you try to work with that either by glass work or go to whoever's property and see that if anything that you're given is factual.
Can I just say that before we start, we always make a connection because I think it's very necessary when you don't know what you're working on.
Yeah.
Can you feel their presence? Have you actually had someone like touch you where you might physically feel something and then
Yes.
yeah.
Football. Yes, something like that. Yeah. We've even had scratches.
We have been scrapped.
Yes. You have had scratches. Can get touched.
Yeah, I would normally feel it. I mean, I'm quite open. I'm not a skeptic. I'm not a believer. So, but what I would normally find doing this now for quite a few years is usually when something's going to happen, that there's a spiritual energy nearby, I would feel that electricity going through the body. I'd feel the hairs going up the back of my neck, the goosebumps on the arms. I always say to the guys that's with me, guys, there's something close by, something's going to happen. And it normally does.
You're usually
Are you trained? Do you work at helping the spirits go over to the other side, or do you try to extract them from the building? How do you work with that?
Well, we done a case there last year where the family was experiencing a lot of poltergeist activity, and we went in to try to gather as much evidence as possible to document and go back to the family and with our findings. And if we can't actually send spirits over, but we do actually bring people in that can. So yes, we're going from the start to investigate, to gather as much evidence as possible, and then if we can't do anything for the family, but we do with our findings, then certainly we'll bring more in that can do the spirits.
But then there's a lot of times whenever the families just want you to verify there's something in the house, and a lot of times they don't want you to pass on. They're happy enough to live with it. They just want it for you to turn around and say, yes, you're right, there is something within a big spirit or whatever in the house, and they're happy enough.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because I know, like, even in your pictures, a lot of the time, even when you're filming, that you get the orbs all around it. I noticed that in a lot of your photos, and I love it. It's great.
Yeah, we had a lot of type-beat stuff, and there was one especially quite recently that we've only just put on YouTube, and it's not so much of an orb, but it is an anomaly, and it is very interesting.
It was trying to form.
It was me filming that. Scared that I found me. I was scared that I found Aaron. And I didn't want to say, but it was like a twisted leg.
Usually with a lot of leg anomalies or orbs, we would find that you always have a perfect circle.
Right. Yes.
There's quite a lot of the time, there's always a nice explanation behind it, where the one that we captured the other day is different to the fact where it does manifest, it does take a different shape of its own. It's almost like it's trying to build up energy to try to form whatever it is. But we were absolutely astonished at what we had captured, and that's what makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah. And speaking of orbs, we actually have somebody here that wants to say hello to you, Anne.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's happened.
It's too bad you can't see that. Oh, it had to be done. It had to be done.
So,
Just for our viewers, this is my Irish Wolfhound, McTavish, when he was still a little puppy, and immediately he just dived right into Anne. And we were sitting back trying to have a glass of wine, and McTavish immediately zoomed into Anne, and it didn't matter where she moved, and she was moving from sofa to sofa. He would follow her, he'd be jumping all over her. I have like 10 or 12 pictures of these, and let me tell you, out of the whole time I was there in Ireland, that night, by far, that was the best night I ever had. I still laugh about that night.
So I have one more question. When you're looking for spirits and that, do you find that you're getting calls from people that have a lot of chaos in their homes?
No, not really.
They do locations.
Most of the cases
No?
that we've been in that's been private homes are more for verification. There's nothing really very nasty. We haven't found anyway that there's been anything that's been evil or dangerous, or that there'll be an awful lot of evil in the house. So we couldn't really say that it's all connected.
But Gary, remember the time there was a case, one of the neighbors was sure in the eye.
There was a case that went on about 2 years ago where we were called in, and this family believed that all of the activity was happening around their rocket chair that was based on the attitude. So we went in to do an investigation for like 4 hours, and it was myself that decided to go up into the attic on my own with the camcorder, and I was calling out, if there's a spirit here, can you show yourself? We show some form of light. And on the rocket chair where I was sitting in the corner, this beautiful ball of light just came out of the side of the chair and moved across towards me. So the family did believe that there was a connection with this chair that was creating all the activity in the house. So what we decided to do, with their permission, was to take the rocket chair out of the house and burn it. This actually did stop the activity that they were actually having in the house.
Okay. All right,
That's really interesting. You know, I want to thank you, like every one of you, for coming on the show. It's been a real great honor and pleasure, and I'm so happy just to have you on. And when I get a camera and crew, I'm going to come over and do a full, huge interview and go out with you guys and do some filming so they can all see exactly what you do. And anybody can go to your website as well for the viewers. Is it ghostsearchersireland.com?
Yes, it is, Jenny. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And anybody who wants to, use any of these guys, Gary and Karen and that, go to their website and get in contact with them. And you guys are so much fun. And I want to say thank you again for coming on the show. Sending you love and light. Okay, bye. And we'll be right back after these messages. Everybody stay tuned.
I'd have missed that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Soul Work. We want to again thank our guest show on our show today, Ghost Searchers Ireland. And we also want to remind the viewers to call in and ask us any questions about spirituality. If you have a question that you feel free to ask both Kim and I about, even if it's a question on a reading, what you want us to see for you in any areas of your life, please give us a call. And that number to call is 403-539-6710. So pick up the phone and start calling us, Calgary. We want to hear from you, anything at all. And we just wanted to bring up again about our topic today on today's show, talking about ghosts, spirits, orbs, such like that, because some people really might not be familiar with the whole scenario because it's such a wide type of a topic. And what the Ghost Searchers Ireland do, they go filming and they go to different locations, and especially in Ireland, there's so many mystical places to go to. I mean, even when I lived there, it was extraordinary. It's very mystical. You can pick up on the energy. And, people say there's little leprechauns in the area, and you can feel that energy, you can feel the vibration. So they'll go to the castles and they'll go to old places, historic places, and they'll bring their film crew out and they'll film everything. So they catch on film different orbs, and they might even pick up on and feel different vibrations. And even like Gary and Karen were saying that, you know, the back of the hair stand up. And I'm sure you felt that too, Kim, when you felt different presences around where you know, like your hair might stand up, or you, of course, would pick up on different energies as well.
Well, usually I can feel an energy going up the spine of my back. At night, the energy is, when the spirits come around, it's like a pillow coming over your body. If I'm doing a house clearing, I can feel it right across my back.
Yeah.
I know there's somebody there because I can feel it go right across my back.
Is it on the top part, or is it
it's
your whole
from
back?
shoulder
or?
to shoulder,
Okay.
and you know somebody's there, and it's quite interesting. So it was interesting to watch, to listen to these fellows from our island, because they're capturing them on the film, and what I understood was that a lot of time was to show that yes, there is somebody there. Many times it's for bringing messages. Sometimes the spirits like to share something with them. My experiences working with spirits a lot of time is that spirits are looking for a way to go across to the other side because they feel like they've been stuck here. You find a spirit in a house and a family moves in and they're having fun and, you know, eating, laughing, playing, and then they realize they're stuck here and they're in no man's land because they can't participate in life the same way.
Yeah.
So that's when they start to cause chaos, you know.
Yeah.
It could be electronics, it could be depression. Somebody could be getting depressed, getting spooked out in bathrooms. And we can go over and we can help cut that cord for them. Many times spirits get stuck here because they've been taught that they've done something bad and they don't go to heaven. And I don't believe that. There's no hell. It's only what man's created. So when we can cut those cords for them, the spirits, and help them go to the other side, it's a lot better. The house is clear again. And it's pretty interesting how it is. Sometimes we as humans hold spirits back because we don't want them to go. And that's hard on their energy too.
Yeah. Because even when I was working at the hospice, even for a year, you know, I mean, there's people passing away, of course, all the time. And what I even felt too was when somebody is not ready to pass over, they're going to be hanging around on the astral plane, it's called, right? And they're not ready to pass over when their loved ones are, of course, still in pain, you know, and they're suffering and they're grieving and that. So, you know, spirit, they want them to be here, right? So then they're struggling to cross over. They don't want to go, right? So sometimes that's when, you know, the ghosts have a tendency to hang around yet when they're not fully ready to cross over. And they could stay around in a building in anywhere on this planet for years and years and years and lifetimes and not know exactly how to cross over. And I even had an experience, actually, I've had many, but at the last place I was living down in Kensington, there was a ghost living in my house. And one night, I mean, I could feel his energy and such, and I mean, I don't think anything of it. And I just felt one day that he was just trying to get his presence come down even stronger and stronger, and he was making a lot of banging sounds. I mean, banging, and even my dog, McTavish, his water dish was in the kitchen, and he's a big, you know, Irish wolfhound, 200 pounds, and he was too scared to come in the kitchen.
Oh my goodness.
And what I'm going to do now, actually, I'll continue with my story, but we do have a caller. So we do definitely want to hear about that caller. Caller.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing excellent. And how are you doing?
I'm doing great tonight.
Excellent. And who were we speaking with? I just need a first name.
Heather.
Heather. Okay. And do you have a question for us?
Yes, I do. It's I've been out of work for almost a year, and I was wondering, you know, what your guides are saying that, you know, what I should be doing or not doing, or, you know, if I could have any help in that respect, I would really appreciate it.
Okay. So you're looking at when you're going to be going back to work then, right?
Yes.
Okay, I really feel personally that for this past little while, even for a year and a half, if you reflect back on that you've been going through a major transformation. And have you hurt yourself in some way, like on your body? Because I'm feeling something inside your body.
Nothing major. I was out digging the garden today.
No,
My
no,
back
no.
is sore, but
No, it wasn't today. I'm just feeling that it almost seems like Spirit has purposely kind of pushed you down, like pushed you back to really help you get back on your feet, so to speak. And what normally happens in that type of situation is Spirit will kind of force us out of a job or work to put us in a situation where we have to do more soul searching to really move forward and find more work. Right? Do you have feedback, anything as well, Kim? Like, we'll go on more about that as well for you.
Have you considered a different line of work, maybe similar to what you were doing, but totally different? Example, if a person's accountant and they've done cost accounting for years, then maybe they need to do a different type of accounting.
Yes. Yeah, I was looking for something that was, I've been in my same profession for 25 years.
Yeah, I'm feeling you're going to get out of that.
I was looking just before I was laid off at the end of last year.
Yeah.
I was looking to kind of branch out into a different department, but it would, draw on the skills that I've got.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually even seeing you, even going even out west even more. Are you getting pulled to go out more west, even up to Canmore? I'm feeling a job coming up around that area for some reason, and I'm feeling you being more outdoorsy. It's gonna, your whole shift has changed.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you feeling a pull up there at all, Kim? What are you feeling?
Totally different company.
But it's a whole different job altogether. It's not anywhere near what you're doing, and that's why I said earlier that it's just something completely right out of your comfort zone, and it's going to be something that you never expected. And I feel that there's going to be another lady that's going to help you. Even it could be something like a career council, somewhere that you might go to a temp agency, and it's going to spark your interest into something. And they're even going to say, have you thought about going into a different type of a career altogether, like you said? But it's almost like they're going to do a little test on you to see what you want to do, and you still might be stuck into what am I going to do. And I'm seeing the number 2, so you very well could get something within 2 months, right? And don't,
okay.
Yeah, so don't fret, don't force the situation, and 2 months, something's going to switch for you.
Okay.
Okay, and we've got another call waiting, and was that helpful to you at all, Heather?
Yes, I think so. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, out west, you're gonna get a pull towards something. I'm really feeling Canmore though, very strongly, very strong pull for you. So, an opportunity like that you're not even looking at, really look into it this time, because I'm feeling the mountains around you, and Spirit wants you to go there for some reason, and it has more to do with your body of a healing as well. So you might not know about that right now, but you'll know what I mean.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and thanks for calling.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes, and who's our next caller?
Thank you.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, yes, who am I speaking to?
This is Rebecca.
Rebecca, and you have a question for Kim and I.
I do. I've had a lot of deaths of peers of mine. Some were close to me, and some just people that I knew.
Yeah, there's a male. There's a male
sorry?
presence around. Sorry, I have a bad habit of interrupting, but what happens is when I'm getting information out, I want to get it out. I don't want to seem rude, but I want to get it out. I'm feeling a male presence around you coming in strongly, and I'm seeing he's holding on to something like a watch of some sort. Like
I don't know.
A stronger.
I definitely males.
Yeah, it's a male.
I just feel like there's a lot of energy around me. Like I can feel
grayish hair, maybe a little heavier built.
Yeah.
But go on. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm like basically what I was wondering was I've experienced so much death of my peers in this year that I'm feeling like I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm feling all this energy, and I'm not frightened by it, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what I'm being told.
Well, it's basically like normally with death, it has a tendency at times, to go even in threes, right?
Right.
And
Right.
I'm feeling 5 for you, okay, for some reason.
Right.
How many people did you lose?
I'm not sure. I'd have to really go back and count, but at least 3, probably 5.
Yeah, I'm
3
feeling
very
5.
close, and 5, that I knew well.
Okay, but whenever they want to come around you, they're going to come around you. And when we've lost a lot of either friends or family in our lives, they can feel that. They can feel your pain that you're going through. And especially if you notice at times when you're feeling even, sad or emotional or reviewing, your life and such like that, they're going to make their presence even more known.
Okay.
To you. So just hang in there, and things are going to be okay. We have another call waiting. I really appreciate your call, Rebecca. Feel free to phone in next week as well. We just got a lineup of calls right now. Caller? Next caller is?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, my name's Lisa.
Lisa?
Yes.
Yes. And you have a question for Kim and I.
Yes, I do. I've recently moved into an apartment where the previous tenant committed suicide, and I just feel really, really sad and depressed in this apartment. Is there anything that I can do to change that?
Yes, you can. You can actually, and even Kim will tell you about this as well. You can clear your apartment. First of all, what I would do is, especially when you're feeling the presence around, you can light a white candle, and you can tell this presence to go to the white light, that it's okay to pass on. Okay, because a lot of people, they hang around in the astral plane, okay, especially with a suicide, they get stuck, they don't know what they're doing, and then it's too late and they're gone, right? And you can, clear the house and even put a few crosses up. What do you suggest, Kim?
I suggest a good smudging be done into your place, because there's a huge heavy imprint in there.
Explain a smudge.
A smudge is to bring in the sage and the sweetgrass, and the idea is to break up the energy in that to help release all that's in there to bring peace back into your home. I'm sorry, it's really strong, and I can feel that sadness. Your house needs to be smudged really well, and it's going clockwise through it. Try it on your own. If you don't, please give us a call, and one of us can go over and help you out with that.
Absolutely, because we both do house clearings as well. And what you can do too is even get salt, and you can put it in different corners throughout your house as well. Okay, but what I would really strongly recommend is just tell this person, go to the white light, right?
All right.
Because they get stuck, and that's the problem. They don't know what to do. Okay? And seriously, any problems, just feel free to give us a call back next week, or you can look us up on Facebook under Jeni Cousins or Kim Buckler, or Slow Work with Jeni, and your website, Kim?
Spirit and Soul Healing.
And we can certainly, just give us a call, and we can come out and clear your house for you at any time. And we'd like to thank you for calling in today, Lisa. And any more questions or concerns, by all means, please give us a call.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. This has been very helpful.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. And we want to actually thank, again, our guest today, Ghost Searchers Ireland. It was a very big pleasure and honor for me to have them on our show today. And we just wanted to, again, remind the callers, of course, to give us a call, 403-539-6710, and we can certainly answer any of your questions for you. When we get a lot of callers calling in, we have to kind of answer things really quick. We don't mean to cut you off. And again, thank you for joining us at Soul Work, and make sure you join us again next week, Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, welcome to Go Calgary. Thanks for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, we are crazy about